The Mexican Caribbean is a very attractive area, interesting for international investors to purchase real estate property here to own either vacational homes or real estate businesses. However, there is a condition in this country that they must follow and know of in order for them to do so. 50 kilometers from any coastline in the Mexican Republic inwards and 100 kilometers from any border, there is something that they call the restricted area where only Mexican nationals are allowed to purchase real estate property, legally speaking. The proper legal tool to use for an international investor that wants to acquire real estate property in this area are two. The first one is to create a Mexican entity or a Mexican company or corporation that they will be using in order for them to acquire this property through that company. The second one is called the fideicomiso or the bank trust, where you will be using a bank so that you can purchase the real estate property through them as a Mexican entity that they are. The bank buys the real estate property for you. There can be more than one owner to this bank trust. It can be a co-property with your spouse or even another family member or a friend. And there is a limitation for this to be co-property for only two people. The fideicomiso or bank trust lasts up to 50 years. After this 50 years period, you need to renew the whole thing and do it all over. There is an entity that is called the notary public. In this case, is the authority that is going to elaborate the deed and the title to this property in conjunction with the bank and put together all the legal documentation in order for them to be valid and constitute this bank trust for you to be able to acquire this real estate property in this restricted area. Every notary public in Mexico is an attorney, but not every lawyer in this country it is a notary public. They are appointed by the governor, and in the state of Quintana Roo, for example, there's only 124, and they're the only entity authorized to elaborate deeds or titles to real estate properties and transfer of them within individuals or corporations. The fees involved or payments in these transactions are divided into three: state and government taxes and permits, bank fees, and the notary public's fees, which is the entity that will elaborate the title. The notary public will provide you with an estimate with all taxes and permits involved in this transaction, as well as their fees. These estimates are often between the 4 and the 6% of the total value of the transaction. There are specialists as Mr. Thomas Lloyd from Top Mexico Real Estate who have vast knowledge in this subject, and they can provide you with some more information about this. Check out their YouTube channels for more information.
Hello, my name is Thomas Lloyd, and this is Top Mexico's Investors Club Top Tip of the Week. Should you pick a bank trust or a Mexican corporation when purchasing property in Mexico's